pretty good today.
Good, good. So it sounds like you've been warming up close to 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while I'm just explaining to you what this test is about,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Astrian cycle test,
Yep.
it's a steady state cycle test, I'm just going to bump you up here to 90 watts so that you can be working at that ideal workload while I explain to you kind of what this test is about here.
Okay.
So we're going to bump you up. It's starting 25 watts is the lowest that this bike goes. So we're going to bump you up to 90 here because you are a young, fit, conditioned female. So that's the workload that we decided. So we are going to have you working 90 watts for 2 minutes here before we kind of get this test going and take your heart rate and blood pressure and all that good stuff. Okay? So, like I said, this is the Astrian cycle test. And before we started this test, we figured out what your heart rate max is.
Okay.
And we used your age, which is 27 years, right? And so we calculated from that your max is 201 beats per minute.
Okay.
Okay? And then we determined your submax heart rate, which is 60 to 85% of 201 beats per minute.
Got it.
And that is 120 to 170 beats per
Okay.
minute. So the steady state test, ideally, we want to keep you in that 120 to 170 beats per minute.
Okay.
And from that, we're going to determine your VO2 max.
Got it.
All right. And we also looked at before you got on here. This looks good for you. We looked to see that the greater trochanter was kind of level with the bike seat, and you have about a 5 to 10 degree knee bend.
Okay.
Okay. And so we took your resting vitals as well, and those your heart rate was 85 beats per minute, which is good. You know, a little bit high, but that's okay. Nothing crazy.
Normal for me.
Good. Okay. And then your blood pressure was 110 over 65.
Great.
Okay. And good. We're just gonna have you keep going a little bit more here.
Okay.
And so throughout the test, I'm gonna ask you what your rate of perceived exertion is, which is your RPE. And so I'm gonna show you this scale here.
Okay.
And your RPE correlates with your heart rate, roughly. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so right now, what would you say? How are you feeling?
Probably just like one above light.
Okay, great. That's good because you're kind of just finished your workout or your warm up. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to take 2 sandwiches during this test: your heart rate, blood pressure, and then heart rate again. And I'm going to do that twice throughout the 6 minutes to make sure that you are in that submax range the whole time. All right. So I think kind of covered everything. Do you have any questions? No. No. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take your heart rate here, and I'm just going to have you relax. Good. I'm going to put that okay. Blood pressure. Great, thank you, Claire. I'm just gonna rest this up here.
Okay.
Wonderful. And then I'm gonna show you that RPE scale again. And so what would you say? How are you feeling right now?
I think I'm about that same spot, one above light.
Okay, perfect. Great. And how are you feeling otherwise?
Pretty good.
Good? Okay, excellent. So this is great. You're in your submax range. Your heart rate was 124, okay? And your blood pressure was 135 over 66.
Okay.
So that's awesome. You can take your heart rate one more time to sandwich it here. Beautiful. Okay. Great. Your heart rate was 124 again.
Great.
So that means we can continue the test, and I'll take another sandwich around minute 5 here.
Okay.
And just make sure that you're still in that submax range.
Great.
Okay. All right.
Sounds
so,
good.
how's your week been going?
Oh, pretty good. You know, classes and homework and all the normal.
Yeah. How's school going for you?
Oh, pretty good. You know, had my second anatomy exam.
Okay.
That was quite a thing.
Yeah, and you passed.
I
Okay,
did
great.
well.
You know, you just gotta
You know?
pass. That's what I hear.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Well, mostly pass the boards.
Okay.
That's
right.
the big one.
That is the biggest goal. Well, I know Regis does a good job getting people
Yes.
past that. So
They do.
yes.
I am looking forward to the next couple of years.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's an exciting time. It really is. You can, you know, run Astrian tests all day.
All
Heart's
day.
desire. Right?
Oh, how
Alright.
great.
So just about 5 seconds here, and good. You're maintaining that 50 RPM. That's great. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do another sandwich here.
Great.
Watch your heart rate. You can just relax. Perfect. Okay, just write that down for you. Grab your blood pressure. Okay, excellent. Just put that right back there. Sorry about that. And what would you say your RPE is right now?
You know, probably about that same spot.
Same spot? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. Kind of indicating that your heart rate's not going up. That's wonderful. Grab that last little sandwich here for your heart rate. Okay, thank you. All right, Claire, that was great. So your heart rate that time was 126. Your blood pressure was 136 over 66.
Great.
And then your last heart rate again was 126.
Great.
So that's perfect. And let me just grab one final RPE from you.
You know, probably about that same one above light.
Okay, great. So because you were in your submax range that whole time for those 2 sandwiches, we can end this test and
Great.
cool you down for 2 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm going to do some calculations to figure out your VO2 max after
Great.
this. But I'm going to bump you back down to 25 watts here.
Okay.
And you can stay pedaling at 50 RPM, just a nice like cool down at 3 minutes, or you know, after 2 or 3 minutes, I will take your blood pressure, heart rate, and RPE again.
Great.
Thank you, Claire.
Sounds good.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.